Happy Thanksgiving all. I came today just to do a quick healing guide for preservation evoker. So what we're going to do is get right into it. So let me make it down to the training dummies real quick. And we're going to do a quick guide real quick. All right, let's get to it. So basically this is a guide for preservation evoker. Healing, we're going to go over keys, and we're going to go over PvE, no raids, because obviously, people's not raiding at the moment. They're just, PvPing keys, doing their thing, leveling evokers. Anyway, let's get to it. So, actually, wait, make sure my keys is right. Okay, so let's talk about it. So, the first thing right here, you got to get your first three here. So we go down here for disintegrate, 20% faster, no self-explanatory. Basically, we're just going to go over just all the spells. All right. Next one, blue spells reduces target movement speed 50%. No brainer. So green spells, your verdant embrace. So verdant embrace basically what allows you to do. If there was someone here, let's see, can I really work on this guy here? Basically, what allows you to do is just to fly straight to your teammate and just heal them. And then you also get a buff life link. Let's see, can we get that going one more time? Explain it to you. While we actually see the buff in real time. All right, cool, right here. So sharing 40% of the healing to an ally, right? So that's the buff that you get whenever you verdant embrace to another target. And then it actually also gives you expunge. You just dispel poisons. Let's go to the next one. 10% increase your essence regen. Your essence regen is basically these up here. This is how you basically be able to use the spirit bloom. Well, not spirit bloom, excuse me. Your echoes. Um, just basically spending your essences. I don't know how else to say it. All right. Anyway, so let's go on to the next one. Obsidian scales basically gives you another charge of your wall. This is your wall right down here. Okay. Your living flame. Basically, this is your castable heal that you can actually cast it on a person. You cast it, on yourself. And the cool thing with this is that when you're able to actually echo. So if I were to echo this, um, and this guy right here, then I cast living flame. It actually shoots two out. So basically, what echo does, echo sounds exactly like what it does. It repeats the same spell that you just cast. All right, let's move on. So Scarlet Adaptation. So basically, 2% of the effective healing is stored to X amount for your next damaging living flame. Consumes all stored healing, increases damage dealt. So basically, what you're doing is when you start healing here, it's actually going to store your healing into damage. It helps you to replace the loss. Okay. A kick. Gotta have a kick. Cauterizing flames. Cauterizing flames is basically your self heal. It's excuse me, self heal. I'm thinking about renewing blaze. Cauterized flames. So basically, what is that? It just removes all your bleeds, poison, curse, disease, and then it heals you for anything that was removed. Tip the scales. Basically, it makes your next empowered ability cast at the maximum empowered stack. So, for example, I would was on cooldown now, but if I were to dream breath, you see how one, two, three. If I would tip the skills, it'll automatically go to level three. And level three, basically, what that does, increases more healing up front, but less over time. So we need a big burst heal. That's what it does. Example. Here we go. And there's the hot right there. All right, let's move on. What was that? Okay, so increases your healing done and healing received 4%. No brainer. Sleepwalk. I mean, it's just CC really. Some people like it. I like actually having CC, so I use it. Got nothing here. Again, this is pre-patch. Emerald Blossom instantly heals you when you cast it on you. Emerald Blossom basically your AOE heal. One of your AOE heals, just like a druid's. What was it? Fluorescence. When you drop it, it automatically heals it. Then it has like 3 second delay. Then it blows up again. Um, rescue. I don't think I can rescue this guy. Oh, I don't think I can rescue this guy. Let's see though. So basically, what rescue is, you're able to. What we just flew off. So basically, what you're able to do is you're able to pick someone up and move them to a different location. So if someone's standing in the bed here, you can, and you're standing, let's say over here, you can actually come over here, swoop, pick them up, move them over there. Lush Growth, green spells, restore 10% more health. Basically, that is all your green spells, Dream Breath, Emerald Blossom, um, Spirit Bloom, green spells. Renewing Blaze. This is one I got confused earlier with Cauterizing Flame. So Renew Blaze basically shows self heal. So the damage that you would take over 8 seconds gets, I would like to call it undone, and basically heals you for 100% of the damage that you would have took. Okay. I was actually running Zephyr. Basically, what that does, I kind of stopped running that though. But anyway, I mean, certain situations I will run it, certain situations I don't. But anyway, so basically, what that does, conjures an updraft to lift you and your four nearest allies 20 yards in there, within 20 yards into the air, reducing AoE damage by 20%, increases movement speed. All right, Echo. We just talked about Echo. Just a quick recap on Echo. Let's see, can I lift this guy up? Why he's standing here? Oh, I can't. So, Echo, like we talked about it earlier, basically what you want to do, if you echo yourself right here, then if you hit reversion, we'll talk about reversion. Basically, it gives you 2 pods. Echo just copies the heal. Dream Breath. We talked about a little Dream Breath earlier, but if you need a bigger hot over time, basically what you want to do is cast rank 1 Dream Breath. If you need a bigger heal up front but less heal over time, then you cast a rank 3. 2 is the difference between the two. So reversion. So reversion is basically repairs an ally injured, healing them for, let's say, 10,000 over, let's say, 15 seconds. When reversion critically heals, the duration is extended by another, let's say, 2 seconds, right? So the thing with reversion, you actually get a stacking buffer of reversion. It actually stacks up to 4 times. And basically, the more times that you stack it, so if you stack it to 4, you actually get 20%. Let me show you. You actually get 20% on your empowered spells. So basically, let's say you stack this 4 times, your Dream Breath is going to be really fast. And your spirit. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that was the temporal compression, what I just showed you with the reversion. Okay, your Essence Burst. Let's see, can I proc the Essence Burst? The Essence Burst basically is whenever you get a proc, right here, whenever you get a proc, it makes your next heal instant. You see they lit up. I mean, not instant, excuse me. It's going to make it cause no essence. So how I use it now, see, essence it move. I use it again, I use the essence. So it's like a clear casting for druids. Okay. Rewind, one of my favorite moves. Rewind 50% of the damage taken within the last 5 seconds by allies within 40 yards. Always heals at least X amount. Healing is in 100% increase when not in a raid. So basically, 50% of the damage that you take in the last 5 seconds. So let's say if you take a big chunk of damage, let's say, how do you make this character look non-poop? So let's say if you take, let's say 100K, right? You say take 100K, then what you would want to do, you're a rewind. Basically, you would rewind 50% of that damage, so you would rewind 50K back, just for easy numbers. Okay, let's move on. Spirit Bloom, right? So basically, Spirit Bloom. If you're casting, like I said, this is keys. So if you're casting a rank 3 Spirit Bloom, basically what it's going to do is going to bounce between 3 people. Kind of self-explanatory. Um, oh, Essence Burst right here can stack twice instead of once. We just went over that. Time dilation. I actually like time dilation a lot. So basically, what time dilation does, it's basically very similar to the monk stagger. So basically, what you would do is you would just delay 70% of the damage, and it will go onto a dot. You can actually make it 70% when you go here to delay harm. Without the delay harm, it's actually going to be 50% because the delay harm makes it 70 instead of 50. Okay. Emerald Commune is your big heal. So basically, what Emerald Commune does, it gives you health back and it gives you mana back. So basically, what happens is that you got 2 ways to spec forward. You can spec forward that it gives you 20% more health, or you can spec forward that you can Emerald Commune run, right? So the thing with Emerald Commune and how it works is you use it, and you can use it while you stun fear. So you use it like this, and all this extra healing that I'm getting, since I'm top, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but this guy right here was actually getting healed. So all the over healing that I get, it actually gets distributed elsewhere. That's how that works. 3 minute cooldown, really good. Um, okay, so Spirit Bloom right here. When you go down to Spirit Bloom, you can go Empath or either Spiritual Clarity. I actually like the Empath. The reason why is because it increases your essence generation 100% for 8 seconds. So remember, if you were to use your Emerald Blossom here, do Spirit Bloom, and these come back way faster than they normally would. So I'm gonna let this fall off. Hit it. Look how slow it's coming down. Without it. More essence, the more heals I can put out. Alright, let's move on. Okay, Golden Hour. I was on this line. Okay, yeah, Golden Hour. Reversion instantly heals a target for 50% of the damage taken within the last 5 seconds. We talked about it earlier. Reversion is your heal right here. So it's just a standard hot. Standard hot. And remember that reversion also gives you the compression. So it makes the dream breath. Let's get it one more time. There we go. Dream breath, a lot faster. All right. We talked about this. Okay, so Echo replicates 50% more healing. That's kind of self-explanatory. Flow state. Um, empowers, empowers spells, causing time to flow 5% faster for you. Increases movement speed, cooldown, recharge rate, and casting speed for 10 seconds. That's kind of self-explanatory. Let's move on. I'm calling you Sarah. The Verti's Embrace that when I first started the video, what we talked about, increases healing done by your dream breath or your next living flame. So what you could actually do, right? Dream breath, yes, off cooldown. So what you can actually do when you need to heal someone big, you can actually just Verti's Embrace. You can even Verti's Embrace yourself, right? So you Verti's Embrace. I think what you would do is you want to go into dream breath, okay. Lifeline, we talked about that just now. Well, we touched on it earlier. So Verti's Embrace temporarily bonds your life to an ally, causing healing on either partners to be healed the other for 40% of the amount healed. So basically, if I Verti's Embrace someone and I give myself a hot, they would get healed extra. Okay. Version has 2 charges. That's your hot right here, remember? So rewind cooldowns reduced by 60 seconds. The other choice is rewind has 2 charges, but the healing is 50% less. I don't like that because you remember earlier rewind when you're not in a raid is increased by 100%. So with your 2 charges, they did 50%. So the math comes out about the same. I said if you just get one big giant heal as an emergency when you need it versus 2 smaller ones. Time of need. I like this one a lot. Time of need. When you're in an ally fall between 20% health, a version of yourself enters a timeline and heals them for, let's say, 12k. Your alternate self continues healing for 8 seconds before returning to their timeline. It can only occur 90 seconds. So this is a passive. Basically, it's an emergency heal. I love it. It looks kind of cool. Yourself will come out, in your dragon form, and you'll come out like a portal, like from Doctor Strange, and you'll just start healing. It's kind of cool. Reversion, time delay, and echo lasts 30% longer. Okay, self-explanatory. Stasis. Stasis I like a lot. Causes your next 3 helpful spells to duplicate and restore in a time clock. You may reactivate stasis in any time within 30 seconds to quickly unleash their magic. So let me explain this. So how stasis works. So first what you want to do, you want to click stasis or keep on it or whatever. So we're going to hit stasis. Boom. So stasis gives you right here, and remember you still get your time compression. So what you would do is emergency heal. You would want to tip the scales. This is what I do for emergency heal. Do it in PvP also too. So you tip the scales. You automatically go to a dream breath. So that's one. You see one orb right here. Then what I want to do is, let's say if I want a spirit bloom, we should go through one just for the sake of the video. So now you see we have 2 orbs. Now let's say if I want to do we're going to click this guy, an emerald blossom, right? Boom. So now I got 3. 1, 2, 3. And you see it's lit up, right? So if I press this again, it's going to press all 3 of them, even though it's on cooldown, right? So let's put Dream Breath on cooldown so I can show you. Boom, it's on cooldown. So if I hit it again, it does all 3. That's how stasis works. Any 3 heals that you choose to use. I didn't get to show you. I forgot. So time dilation. This is what this looks like. Looks pretty cool, like a clock. Renewing blaze. So rewind. So that's pretty it for PvE keys. Let's take a look. I do get this sometime, and I actually drop this. It depends on the dungeon, but yeah. As you can see, Zephyr right here. I usually use Zephyr, but and then if I go Zephyr, I either go down this way to get it, or I may go here. Like I say, it depends, because this will actually give you a shield. Tomb Guardian rescues a target and your ally from harm, absorbing damage equal to 30% of your maximum health for 5 seconds. All right, so let's talk about PV. Let's go to arena. Nope. Let's go to RBGs. So RBGs is pretty much the same. The only thing that changes with the RBG is that I actually get Dream Walk. So I can actually move with my inner communion, like so. You see it's actually healing this guy. The only other thing that I pick for RBGs, I actually go down one here to get 1 minute heal on myself. The Renewing Blaze. Every 1 minute I have a response. I don't have to actually cast, I just can hit it. And I actually like the Ancient Flames, right? So Ancient Flames, what I like to do with Ancient Flames is I like to hover. I like to just heal myself, because after the first heal, you see coming a lot faster. I can just kind of go around the corner here, if my hover works. Just kind of top up. And then they come out. And then use the free essence burst to Emerald Blossom. The only other thing I change, what else? I think that's really about it. I think everything else is kind of doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's pretty it. I do have a raid build, but I'll show you. So here's a raid build. I opted in for the more health. Obviously, you want to raid, you need more health. Um, damage reduction for magic. Took that. You don't need a root. I mean, it's a boss. You're not going to root the boss, so I didn't take that at all. Um, what else? I didn't take the dream walk or either the rush. The reason why is because usually in the raid, you can predict the damage coming, so you can just respond by communing. Um, I did take the dream breath because most people, obviously, the melee is going to be stacked, so you could just go right into it and boom, hit them with a heal. I do like the temporal anomaly. Show you what that looks like. All you do is you just cast it, kind of like a mage force in a world. It just travels slow, then it heals everyone that's in it. So really great for melee. And then it's a very short cooldown. The only thing about it is it's kind of a mana sucker. So that's the only thing about it. Winnowing breath. What I will take once we hit 70 is going to be stasis. Probably stasis. I don't know, be between stasis and dream flight. Depends. Depends on how it looks. What else? Temporal anomaly heals more. I think that's really about it. One cool thing, I forgot about the PvP. Where is it? Is that I actually like using dream projection. Show you how this looks. The thing I like about dream projection is basically, I was actually testing this a couple of days. For now, sake of the video, we're just gonna put it here. What I like about dream projection is that, let's say if this guy right here is getting CC'd, like let's say he's stunned or feared with no UA. I haven't tested with UA. But anyway, for the UA dispel. Anyway, let's say this guy right here and I'm over here, and let's say I then hovered and I went around the corner and I'm trying to, heal myself up, pop myself back up, and my guy can get the kill, but I don't really want to come out because I'm behind the pillar. I don't click, so I'm just gonna put this right here. All right. So yeah, anyway, so I'm behind the pillar and I really don't want to come out, but let's say he got Hodge, feared, or whatever the case may be. I can actually just peek out. This is the pillar. I can actually peek out and dream project, get a version of myself right here, and then hit 2. What the 2 does, it actually blows up the heal. You saw it right here, and it also dispels. So I've been testing that. That's very, very good. So yeah. Anyway, short stream. I will probably do a devastation guide. Maybe actually in Dragonflight, maybe pre-patch. I don't know. Devastation. It's just basically. There's so many ways you can go with it. Actually, I'll show you. I'll give you a sneak peek. Hold on. I'll show you something. Yeah, this one I'm on. Okay. So I'll do a super quick. I'm not going to go over all these talents, but here's the talents that I run. I'll go over super quick. So the thing with Devastation, you have so many ways that you could run it. You can run Devastation with the Terra Sky. So when you do the deep breath, which basically I call it Jakaris. For all the Game of Thrones fans. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Anyway, so yeah, you can either go with this build right here, which I actually kind of like, but I think I'm going to pick up Recall. So whenever I do my Jakaris, I can just port back. Especially if it's a big mob, I can root, port back, or root, Jakaris, port back. But like I said, I'm not going too much into it. Anyway, then there's another build that I've been working on is, like I say, super sneak peek. With the dragon, right? So, because for the one shot, I'll actually show you the one shot. The damage is going to fall off because you need to debuff up. But what you would want to do is, I don't have enough points. What you would want to do is you would actually want to get Shattering Star. So you would Shadow Star. Actually, I'll do it. Not this back. So you would do. Let's go this one. So what you want to do is Shattering Star. Basically, like I'm not gonna get back into it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So you would do Shattering Star. You would want to Dragon's Rage. Hit the scales. Then you would want to, like I said, the debuff fell off. I hit this guy earlier in the solo shuffle yesterday with the. I was trying to queue with the homie Houston, but anyway, hit him for 99k. Then I hit another guy like for 120k with this. But anyway, with the fire build that I'll be able to do when I have more points is basically anytime you consume an essence burst, reduce the cooldown of your fire breath. So I'm going with the fire build, sneak peek. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, anyway, this is the build that this is the build I'm working on. This is the build that I'm actually running right here at the moment. I do like it. So yeah. Thanks for joining the stream. Like I say, quick vid. Quick eyed. I may do another one actually in Dragonfire, like I said. Anyway, happy Turkey Day.